of you. Actually, I'm flying today to Singapore, where among a very dense agenda, I will be also speaking at the fintech conference later on Thursday, on Friday, I'm not sure. And we'll come back next week for our web summit. Let me just give you very quick words regarding your project, your initiative, and compliment you on such a very positive and enabling project. A solid and dynamic financial system is the cornerstone for a resilient and thriving economy. An economy that is prepared for the challenges of tomorrow. In this setting, fintech companies play a role of utmost importance, namely by providing innovative and cost-effective solutions to strengthen and modernize the financial system. It is my conviction that technological innovation within the financial system will be a driving force behind the green and digital transitions in delivering the necessary innovative solutions underpinning a sustainable economic growth model. In these regards, fintechs are making unprecedented breakthroughs by enabling new opportunities, entrepreneurs, business, and thriving and realizing their full potential. Fintech enterprises are also playing a crucial role in fostering a more inclusive and sustainable economic growth, with many successful business cases in these regards, namely in developing regions through impact investments. It is against this backdrop that I would like to emphasize the fundamental role that Fintech Portugal and the Portugal Fintech Report serve as they connect and promote your and our ecosystem, consolidate expertise, and empower all stakeholders involved. As we navigate a pivotal moment for the future of Europe, there is a growing consensus on the necessity of channeling our collective efforts towards innovation and digitalization. This journey will ultimately define the future competitiveness, resilience, and prosperity of our economies, namely in Europe. And that is the biggest challenge we have among us. While the challenges are significant, the vast opportunities that await innovative business are even greater. That's why our entrepreneurs, yourselves, our startups, our scale-ups, are, in my point of view, a unique window of opportunity that stands widely open. It is now or never that Europe can grasp this opportunity and grow out of itself, grow larger than itself. Just take the advanced and state-of-the-art ambition to rewrite our history, not based only on our present and past, but building up a new and more ambitious future. This being said, in Europe, we must also not forget the urgent need to strike an equilibrium between new regulations and the free space for innovation and for imagination, required to fuel economic growth and ensure competitiveness. In Portugal, we are resolute in our commitment to remove undue obstacles and barriers to business and to calibrate the right incentives so as to ensure that your presence and your investment flourishes. These guiding principles are clearly reflected in the government's program and Accelerate the Economy plan that we just presented before summer. Namely, we have introduced a number of policy tools for reducing red tape, and we'll keep on that path. We will gain momentum. We will accelerate that track. Let me just give you this comfort message. We are also introducing additional measures for attracting talent, namely the EFC, which with tax incentives of a 20% cap on income, will, we believe, attract further qualified talent. Also, we are introducing income tax cuts for young people, which enhances the country's appeal for newly graduated young professionals. We are also calibrating tax and financial incentives to ensure more predictability, more stability, more transparency, more efficiency in processing the incentives on the ground, as well as new policies for fostering a business-friendly environment and for promoting the entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystems. We believe in going further on financial instruments to support entrepreneurs, tax incentives for R&D and investment in innovative companies, and fostering collaborations among companies as key drivers of innovation, for example, through the accelerated implementation of the Recovery and Resilience Facility agendas, and obviously the protection of intellectual property. I could say that we are most oriented as a government on a corporate mindset. We believe in foreign investment, we believe in startups, we believe in private sectors as the main engine for growth. The main role of the state is just to enable this investment, to let it breathe, to let it grow, to let it grab as far as you can and not as far as we allow. And that is a completely different mindset. And I believe that is the right mindset in order to support investment and to support fintechs. So may the startups we see here today evolve into the leading business and enterprises of tomorrow. So may the new unicorns be born here and among you, that may one day stand as enduring testaments of a common alliance between Portugal and yourselves into the future. To wrap up, let me just point out that we strongly believe Portugal is today particularly well positioned to benefit from a unique set of competitive advantages across key productive dimensions, which we must capitalize on so as to ensure a sustainable path for economic growth into a new future, a new paradigm that is being born into the Portuguese economy. We have reinvented our traditional sectors. We have developed some already European leaders, but the ultimate frontier, which is it's already being deployed on the landscape of our economy, is based on R&D, on tech, on services, on greening our industry. And that is, we believe, the right DNA for the future, and in which Portugal has quite specific arguments in order to attract investment and to nurture a very particularly hub. We hold a strong belief that Portugal, with your presence and commitment, will seize this moment, evolving into an increasingly attractive and dynamic economy that empowers all its stakeholders. When investing, and let me just wrap up and finish, when you invest into Portugal, we want you to get into an ecosystem that both has focus on tax reduction, is built on further investment on state-of-the-art strategic infrastructures, logistics, transports, communications. You get instantaneously access both into our domestic, quite well densified clusters, as well as our natural foreign markets, but namely into Africa and Latin America. When you get into an economy which is one of the most competitive regarding renewable energy as a source of differentiation. We believe that it will work out on a virtuous 3 layers. Basically, renewable energy is attracting further investment into new green fuels for new industry, and there's a new industry on the 3rd layer that is preparing to export more and internationalize more the Portuguese economy. So in times of political and geostrategic volatility, I guess that in Portugal you can find a safe and secure hub for investment, for R&D, and for scaling up new projects. If you compare the Portuguese economic base, I didn't read half of my speech, but if you compare basically the Portuguese economy facing the world, is quite the same model, the same engine as exactly a fintech or a startup. It's based on talent, it's based on a friendly investors environment, it's based on plasticity to adapt to the challenges, the future and the competition. It's based not necessarily on scale by itself, but on scale by networking. So there's a perfect match between your way of doing things, of growing up, of investing, of linking up, and Portugal itself as an economy towards its markets and its clusters and its presence both as a gateway into Europe, into Africa, and into Latin America. So be very sure that you are most welcome here. It is for me a priority to be with people like you. You basically are the future, and we want you not to be only among us, but to be one of us. So good luck and very welcome. Thank you.